Alright, hello everyone. Welcome to the week-long Halloween build comp overview, where I'll be honest, this might take quite a bit of time because I've had a lot of crashing issues lately, especially in the Halloween comp area. I don't know why. So this overview will probably take a long time for me to record, but let's get started. First, let's just look over the map. I updated this after the comp was over and no one could build anymore, so anything new added, and I did see something new added, had to have been added by a staff person, someone who could actually, go and edit it. So, something to note. Anyway, let's start this thing. Starting with ErkkiPlayz, who has... They didn't actually get a lot of time to build. They didn't spend that much time on the server as other people, or more so spend time on the actual Halloween comp, I should say. I think I'm the person who spent the most time, actually. I feel like I was constantly updating my build the most, but that's because I have an obsession and not really much life. So, that says, that's not a good thing about me. But yeah, this is a very nice start to a build, but definitely needs a bit more before it can be considered finished. Anyway, next up we have Eerie __, which is, these are the things I was referring to. I don't know if there's anything else added, but that was definitely something added after the fact. So, yeah. This is actually one of the cooler looking builds in my opinion. It's a pumpkin, but this actually kind of looks like a pumpkin organ. I think this is supposed to be the brain, maybe? Oh no, this is a candle. Okay. So maybe that's not a pumpkin organ. Or maybe it's a pumpkin brain. I don't know. Maybe it's just a pile of pumpkin guts. This is an evil... okay, maybe not evil. It's a sentient pumpkin, I think. I don't actually know how sentient it is. It might just be a pumpkin golem. I would have to ask Eerie. But, yeah, it's a nice pumpkin. And, yeah, taking advantage of those new blocks as well. Yeah. Lot of block variation in this one. It is one of my, I really do like this monster. It is a lovely monster. Anyway, I should move on now. And next we have LukasaurusTM build, which, I will say before we continue, that they actually could have done a lot more, but they actually had a problem. This used to be another portal, and one of the blocks corrupted. In addition to that, another person's build, which we'll get to later, right out in front of them, had a massive infinity room. A large room covered in maps colored completely one color. Yeah, so the lag is still kind of bad, but I'm not constantly crashing every time I come here, so yeah, it's at least manageable now. So yeah, they did do a lot though. So they did really good with, even though they had some major problems. early on. Or not, it wasn't that early on. It was actually pretty late on. Which is probably how they got as much done as they did. There is a lot to this build. That's why I'm not done exploring yet. Is there a way into this pumpkin? Now we just can look in. Nice. I think there's only one more thing. I could be wrong though. There is a lot to this build. And it's a shame that it kept crashing. I imagine they could have added a bit more. Not much more. This build actually does feel fairly complete. I'm sorry, I can't help myself. Every time I see a painting that's 2 blocks tall, I have to try to jump through it. I already know there's no paintings you can jump through here. I already know that, and I still feel the urge to do it. I can't help myself. I'll go ahead and go through all of these in case anyone wants to read all of them. The chests are apparently empty according to Luca, so he might have added some stuff after the fact though, so you know. Yes, I'm going to stop and look at every single one of these just so they can all be written. I believe several of them are actually just puns. Good example being Rip Bend Over, which is unfortunate. Sorry, I couldn't help making that joke. I also love, I can hear Astronomy playing in my head as I look at that. We have a lot of stuff going on over here as well. And yeah, a lot of armor stand work. Gotta admire the amount of armor stands they put in, which might be contributing to why I feel like all these plots next to each other and all the entities are slightly contributing to the problem of lag in this area. Because these aren't separate worlds. These are plots right next to each other, like the old system. So yeah, anyway, here we have MarcusPaul, who has another black box to explore. Turn off night vision. Oh, I think the warden before demanded we turn off night vision. Oh, I'm touching pressure plates. Okay, there is a path. I'm gonna go ahead and turn night vision back on. I know the ambience. You guys can come visit this place. It's on creative. It's /megabuildbattle for now, and I'll put an update on the warp change if they change the warp, because I feel like they're gonna want to use that one in the future. But yeah, it's a pretty nice place. I know I should be doing night vision off, but I can't help it. That is a cool idea for an open coffin. That is a very smart idea. And saves on armor stands, because if I wanted to do an open coffin like that, I probably would have used, only a few armor stands. Okay, and here we have... Oh, I threw the head. Rip. Well, we gotta go down there. Oh. Yeah, I figured. Oh. There's just a hole over here. Oh, and that's the pond. Watch out for the swamp monster. There's a bunch of dead fish. Nah. I know most people don't like... I know why they did that. It's to make it more easy to see, because you're supposed to do this again without night vision. But it does look like a bunch of dead fish. Maybe that's the intention. Oh, yeah, over here. The monster house. Which is where we enter from, actually, coincidentally. And yeah, it's really well done. But, anyway, next we have an unfortunate one by N_I_K_J, who evidently never finished their build. It's a shame. It was aiming up to be a really big one. Really cool one as well. It may have actually won if it had completed. But, sometimes life happens, and clearly for one reason or another, this person could not finish their build. Still looks cool to see it like this, though. It sort of gives you an idea of how it was built. I know how they did this as well. I'm pretty sure it's using one of the add-ons to get this shape. I just have never figured out the add-on. Or maybe it's hand-built. It might be hand-built, honestly. Which would be another reason it never got finished, if that's hand-built. But I do feel like it's the add-on. I don't know for sure, though. Anyway, yeah, I think it's time that I start actually acknowledging spawn. Not just for, ooh, I'm gonna judge spawn, but, a lot of the times they do put a lot of effort into the build and spawn. So I feel like it is very respectful to overview the spawn as well, because there is a lot going on here. Obviously we got all this to overview. I'll get a bit of a closer look since YouTube likes to compress. Hopefully you guys can read all that. We got RIP ABAC 2023. I'm not sure if this is like a real grave or what. I don't know. I don't know the story. It might be. I know these people are alive. These are the judges. We got Valgary, Kita, aka Jake, Abby X Chu, Just Athena, XD. I'm sorry, I'll never do that again. Swords, and potentially more staff. Alright, so there's that. Is there stuff in this? Oh, we'll come back into that one later. Let's go over this one first. So, this is all the stuff that you guys will definitely be able to use now that the event is over. But you can't know what the winners get. I guess there's that. Also, the Discord, the forums. Yeah, I don't think you can join this one anymore because it is really kind of over. And over here we got the rules that you'll definitely be able to use. Sorry, just had a bit of a crick in my back. And I think that's everything outside of that area, which we will, again, explore later. Oh, wait, I didn't see this area. We're going there. I should go in the cauldron. Yeah. Just this stuff. And the cauldron, I'll be honest, I didn't see this the first time I was here. I sort of just immediately shot over to my plot and started building. And yeah, it's this. Oh, they're actually missing a person. There's supposed to be a person right there. We'll get to that later, though. Anyway, alright, next up we got... Oh boy, this is always a fun one to pronounce. oekepoek. Sure. Yeah, so oekepoek, I'm sorry, I can't stop calling them oekepoek. It's just the best I got. Yeah, this room's a lot smaller now. It used to fill up the entire ghost. Not the entire ghost, but it was large and laggy and crashy and broken. And crashed them, their neighbor whenever they came to the front door, me whenever I tried to fly by here, which was annoying for mapping, by the way. That's partially why I got them to fix. I actually had to talk to them about it because I wasn't going to be able to map without it being fixed. And yeah, thankfully they chose to fix it. And actually this plot was not nearly as done as it is now. There was a lot of changes since they fixed that room. So, good on them for doing that. It ended up benefiting them. They actually got to complete the plot. And honestly, when I first saw it, when it was crashing everyone, I didn't think it was all that good, but now that it's actually very much finished, I think it's really well done. I mean, the ghost was fine. The rest of the plot was not. It was meh, in my opinion. Yeah, anyway. It's nice to see the plot done. I guess what I was looking for is it looked unfinished. Which I guess it was. So, yeah. These were the two plots that caused mayhem. And actually, during all that, when we were dealing with all the crashing, for some reason we decided to hang out on that plot. My plot, which we will get to later. But we don't need to go over that those bits specifically. Anyway, next up we have Ninja Raid 648. By the way, I discovered this. You cannot rename things with... You can't rename numbers to numbers at all for some reason. So that is unfortunate for anyone with numbers in their name. At least I can't. Staff probably can. So yeah. But yeah, once again they started building something and never finished. Work won't my enter. I have no idea what this is supposed to say. If any of you can figure out what this is supposed to mean, please let me know. I don't understand it. Maybe my brain is too small. But yeah. I do wonder what they were going to build. By the looks of it, for some reason they were building this by hand. Maybe they weren't, but maybe they were. In which case, this could have been an impressive build if they actually got something large going. Just by sheer willpower alone. Yeah, even I don't hand build gradients that much. Though I probably could. It would be nice. Oh, anyway. Next up we have Mini Java, who evidently did not build anything. Just make sure. Yep, nothing under here. So, yeah, that's unfortunate. Anyway, now we get to my plot. Oh, right, armor stand. My plot. Which, oh boy, where do I begin with my insanity? I guess with the fact that this plot is actually just supposed to be like the center of a much bigger plot I plan on working on in the future. I'm actually, if I just quickly go spectator for a moment. I actually have the block point I want copied from. This is the center point I want it to have. And yeah, I plan on expanding this in the future. So yeah, there is a lot to go through here. For example, this Centipinsel's return, along with Phinoxom, who looks happy to be here. Yeah. And of course, we have George. I forgot, you know, first things first, I need to introduce you to not only, we've already met George, but I need to introduce you to his siblings, Michael and Kendra. Kendra's a bit shy, though. So, yeah, there you go. Along with Bethany, who's on a different world, there are the 4 grubs. There may be more coming in the future. But those grubs, they actually do grow up, and this is the adult form of them. No, it's not centipede. I forgot that I added shriekers. I am so sorry. Yeah, this is the adult form. These are full-grown adults here. And they are known as centipins. Not to be confused with Centipinsel, which is actually a different species entirely. You see, this guy is actually immortal, and there's only one of them. So, yeah. And since he's the only one here that actually ventures out of the swamp to gather food, he's very important. This is, in a sense, I keep saying he, but honestly, the gender for this thing doesn't actually matter. It actually doesn't have a gender, realistically, in any meaningful sense. Also, I added shriekers all throughout this, and it sounds wonderful. So yeah, there's that. That's what's going on there. And what it does is it throws things into what I'm calling the ASIN, which is microbes in the water that produce high amounts of energy, very similar to radiation, but, you know, not technically quite the same as normal radiation. It's a bunch of lore stuff I made up. But basically, it tries to act as a symbiotic relationship with you, with the host of whatever it comes into contact with, but unfortunately, due to the high energy, it sort of eats away at you. Hence why this guy's here. Yeah. I'll be honest, this isn't my finest decaying creature. But, you know, it works. It looks like it's decaying. And yeah, I am trying to hurry, by the way, but there actually is so much here. And the odd thing is, this is only the center. Let's go ahead and speed up. I guess I should also say that you may notice that these trees don't actually have their own leaves on them if you follow the paths. They have vines, and much like the mossy spine trees I made before, they actually formed sort of symbiosis. However, this one's a little more parasitic, where the stone trees are taking advantage of the vines growing on them and sapping resources from them. So, yeah, there's that. Then up past the cave, we come to the Winter Wonderland, which, honestly, I might actually redo this. I do plan on having ice spikes, but I feel like since this is the center of the plot, it should be done differently. I'll still have the ice spikes and the roof with the crack in it. Maybe just a hole more so than a crack, but yeah, I definitely need to redo this area. The snow, though, I really like. It took me a while to find a good snow-like block that would work. Anyway, I think all that's covered. The final bits I'm gonna let people who want to actually know this stuff, or maybe I'll make a video later about this, going through all these books. There are 5 of these. And I'll go ahead and go through all the areas where they are, just because I'm overviewing the plots anyway. Here's number 2. We go deeper. They are in order, so, you know. As long as you go to every floor, you will find all 5 journals. There's 3. There's 4. And, nooked away, this little corner is 5. And if there's demand for it, I'll do a video where I just read all the journals. But I've already spent way too much time on this plot. And yeah, the journals will explain much more about what that is and what's going on here. So, yeah. Anyway, okay, that's interesting. Every time I grab RB4's head, it changes, but whatever. Maybe they changed their skin. But here is RB4's plot, which again is empty. Again, life happens. You sign up for a competition, and then you can't end up joining. So, you know. It's sad, but it happens. Anyway, alright, and next we have mejsee? And, yeah, once again, doesn't even look like they even came to their plot given the aging of the copper. Or if they did, they visited very shortly. So, yeah. Again, nothing that can be done. That's just life for you. Anyway, alright, next we have Gillyox. And... ooh, sorry. I'm getting a little tired. It is getting a bit late. I have to record this late because I've been having a lot of crashing issues, though. Mostly, I think, because of a lot of people are using internet in the area. Because of Halloween. Gotta watch those Halloween movies, I guess. But yeah, anyway. Yeah, they did a nod to Nightmare Before Christmas. I don't remember if this house shows up in it or not, or what house this is supposed to be. I feel like it is supposed to be a house from that show. It's just been so long since I've watched it that I don't remember all the details. I can see it being there, though. Or maybe I'm wrong, and this is not a reference to The Nightmare Before Christmas. And this is just a stone that happens to look exactly like the one that Jack looks out over. That could be true, too. But, who knows. Anyway, now on to Hqydennn, which they really hit the nail on the hammer with this. Nail on the hammer on the nail. I can't do sayings right now. But they really nailed this, the theme here. This is definitely Halloween theme, and I don't think anyone's gonna argue that. I don't necessarily know what this orange sphere is supposed to be. I guess the moon, maybe? You know, which is flying over it, so maybe? It could be any number of things. Let's go out the window. Which, thankfully, they did not cover in barrier blocks like I suggested they should. So, yeah, it's a very nice large build. There's all sorts of things to explore here. I can only assume these are portals and this is supposed to be a river of acid or something. But who knows, maybe this is a pool of pure potion juice or something. We should try to drink it and find out. It's glass. It's all just glass. Yeah, anyway. I don't know what this is supposed to be. Maybe, like, it looks good and looks natural, like a part of the build, but I don't know what it is exactly. Maybe like a little cobweb that's supposed to be filled with spider eggs, or maybe just, you know, it's probably just fog. We got eyeballs on the bony hands. I guess these are, I don't actually remember the names of those things. Anyway. Oh, right, we have a dead snowman. Yeah. And, of course, a pumpkin patch. Which, I don't think pumpkins normally grow like that. These pumpkins are probably a bit old if there's vines growing out the bottom. I probably wouldn't want to eat those pumpkins. But in seriousness, this build looks really nice. I do like the silhouettes, because the thing is I feel like you're not supposed to look at the build like that. You're supposed to look at it like this, from a different perspective. So, yeah. Anyway, alright. And here we have Kingaroo's plot, which again, yeah, unfortunately empty, but there is a plus side. It does give a good view to Hqyddenn's build. But, you know, I do like it when people build. But I do also understand life is life, so as much as I'd love it if everyone who joined could build something cool and awesome, that just never really happens and works out. So, and that's just life. Anyway, so you may have noticed there's a person in the corner that's not over here. So, or no, I think, yeah, it's over there. Yeah. So, I actually feel kind of nosy for discovering this. They may have removed it by now, but we'll see. Yep, there it is. Still owned by Pingu. I do have a theory that they were just testing this, and pinguinooo, I can never pronounce names. Penguin sort of left this. I mean, it could be their plot, and they just never officially joined. Like, they wanted to join, but they didn't end up joining. If that makes sense. Like, they joined before it was official, and then realized they couldn't join for one reason or another, probably life. Or maybe they were just testing and they forgot to remove themselves. There could be 1,000 reasons. Either way, I'm sad they didn't build any. Like, at the very least, they could have put a jack-o'-lantern in the center of the plot or something. Or even just randomly on the plot. But I do understand. I shouldn't push people to build unnecessarily. Anyway, it's time for the winner, so let me go look at that. Well, I came to look in here, but apparently they did not put the winners in the box yet. Really? How are people supposed to know when they come to visit? Also, why are there just some random barrier blocks around this sign? Can people edit signs on other people's plots or something? Like, why is that a thing? Your boxed-in signs confuse me, Athena. Why has the sign been imprisoned? I must know the answer. Anyway, I should actually probably go. I do. It was announced on Discord, that's why I am doing this video. So I guess I'll go look at the winners. BRB. Okay. In third place, we have Gillyox. Am I saying it? Oh, they go by Gilly, apparently, so... Yeah, Gilly, with their, I presume, Nightmare Before Christmas. However, given the house, I am starting to second-guess that. Because I don't know. I really need to rewatch Nightmare Before Christmas. However, I save that show for Christmas time. I feel like it's more of a Christmas movie. Anyway, in second place, okay, we have oekepoek with their ghost coming straight from the depths of hell. Or the nether, I guess, given the obsidian layer to the netherite layer. Alright, one moment. Okay, sorry about that. Alright, let's see. Sorry. Pop-up just came up on my browser. Nothing to worry about. In first place, to my surprise, and yeah, I am actually surprised by this. My build. I'm surprised because it is kind of spooky, and I will admit I put in a lot of effort for this one. I don't feel like it's Halloween themed enough. I don't feel it fits the theme enough, personally. But I'm not one of the judges, so, you know, I don't get a say in that anyway. But that's just my personal opinion. I will not look a gift horse in the mouth, though. I am... This is the first big comp I've won. I'm actually kind of excited about it. But, yeah. It's, yeah. Sorry, I really don't know how to respond to this. I've never won one of these before. What do I do? I guess the biggest problem with me winning is I never go in expecting to win or try to win. I go in expecting to build something, usually an abomination, which I did exceed in a couple times here. Also, if I had a nickel for every time I built a giant flying, ginormous flying centipede, I would have at least 2 nickels. Which isn't much, but it's strange that it's happened twice. But, yeah. Anyway, enough jokes. I think that's a good place to end... actually, no, joke's a terrible place to end the video, but... I think it's time to end the video now. I'm going off now. And I'm exhausted, so thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed, and until next time, goodbye!